Well, James Edsberg is from the consultancy Lighthouse Global and joins me now. Thanks for coming in. You heard some of the fury there. Private equity is in a lot of trouble, surely.
It's a bit of a bumpy ride for them. I don't feel too sorry. These are firms that are very successful financially. But it was only a matter of time, really, before the politicians got involved here in the UK. And I think that there's been other politicians who've been interested in Europe and also in the United States in the growing influence of private equity and the fact that they are now able to acquire companies that are well-known brands listed on the public stock markets.
Now, tax seems to be a particular bugbear. We've heard that the UK government is reviewing the situation. Is this the beginning of the end for the private equity gravy train, as it were?
Well, I think there have been hints that the government here in the UK will take a look at the tax treatment of private equity. I don't think it's the end of private equity. It's too important a part of the financial community. It's too successful for its investors for it to just go away. The tax rate in the United Kingdom is slightly lower than some of the capital gains regimes in France and Germany, for example, and the one in the United States is slightly higher. But I think it's probably time that the government will take a look at this, yes.
James, it's Darshini joining you from New York, where, as you say, it's a thorny issue here as well. In terms of the tax issue, surely private equity people who put up their own money, take great risks. Surely taxing them at a higher rate might actually penalise that kind of activity and actually backfire.
That's the risk, particularly here in the United Kingdom. You know, a third of the private equity activity takes place here in the UK. So the government has got to be very careful about what it does. It doesn't want to kind of throw the baby out with the bathwater and encourage private equity, which is a very dynamic part of the British economy, to move offshore and go elsewhere.
Just one other question I'd like to ask you. What on earth can private equity do to save itself from the jaws being, the pressure being applied to it at the moment?
I think it has to be more transparent about what it does. It has to get its story straight and talk about the benefits of what it provides for the companies that it turns around. And I think one of the interesting developments in the United States is the listing of Blackstone, one of the largest private equity firms. The listing of a company like that will kill, I think, stone dead many of the criticisms of private equity. It will be obliged to disclose, in the same way that any other public company is, its activities. So that could be the answer.
James, thank you very much.